Hello there, very good afternoon and welcome to Lunchtime News on TV1. For the News First team, I'm Martin Satyanesan. Let's start off with a look at your headlines for this afternoon.
JVP seek justice from the judiciary against the sugar scam. Wild elephant attack claims another life as the requests of the Valsapagola farmers continue to remain unheard. Construction of the West Container Terminal at the Colombo port to commence mid this year. 15 linehouses damaged due to a fire in Nuwara.
Now those stories in detail. Political parties affiliated with the government claims that the perpetrators behind the sugar scam must be revealed.
We can see that fraud and corruption had taken place on a large scale. The thieves and the corrupt, regardless of which government they are in, must be brought before the law. That is why the mandate was given. That is why the two-third majority was given. That's why the public encompassed their trust in President Gotabaya Rajapaksa. We are of the stance that everyone who stole public funds must be punished regardless of their designation.
I do not deny the fact that there were no losses because of sugar. It's a fault of a certain management institute. The government or the president is not to blame. We reduce the price of sugar as a concession to the public. There are cunning businessmen in this country. Those businessmen organized themselves and made sure the benefit does not get transferred to the people. Those types of activities will not happen again in this country.
We can see that this is bigger than the central bank bond scam. It's not something said by us. It's mentioned in the report presented by the Parliament Committee on Public Accounts that the government had to incur a loss of more than 16 billion rupees in income tax due to the sugar scam.
The sugar scam involved 15 billion rupees. We don't know whose pocket it went to. That money had gone to someone's pocket. It cost 19.8 billion for the construction of the Lotus Tower.
සීනි බදු වංචාව පිළිබඳ විශාල කතාබහක් රට ඇතුලේ ඇති වෙලා තියෙනවා. මම හිතනවා අධික ජනාධිපතිතුමා ඒ සම්බන්ධ නිවැරදි තීන්දුවක් ගනී කියලා. අවශ්‍ය පුද්ගලයන්ට දඬුවම් දෙනවද? ඒක තමයි මම කිව්වේ. ඒ ක්‍රියාදාමයේ නිවැරදිව ජනාධිපතිතුමා තීරණය කරයි.
The Janata Vimukti Peramuna filed a petition with the Supreme Court of Sri Lanka seeking an order to be made on the Attorney General to institute legal action against those responsible for the government losing more than 15.95 billion rupees in tax revenue by granting tax relief on sugar imports to the country.
Finance Minister Mahinda Rajapaksa, Finance Secretary S.R. Artikala, Director of Pyramid Wilma, Sajad Mauzoon, President Secretary P.B. Jayasundara, Chairman of the Consumer Affairs Authority, Major General Shanta Disanayake and the Attorney General, among others, were named as respondents in the petition. The petitioner seeks an order to be made on the Attorney General to institute legal action against those responsible for causing the losses to the state, adding the Finance Secretary and the other respondents had violated the fundamental rights of the people by failing to prevent such corrupt activity. Further, the petitioner requests the Supreme Court to order Finance Minister Mahinda Rajapaksa and the respondents to take necessary measures to recover the losses and to recover 500 million rupees as compensation. We have to state that if they say the largest financial scam in the history of the country was the bond scam, yes, that took place. But also, the present record for the largest financial scam will be the sugar scam. We sought the support of the Supreme Court. This is a case related to criminal law. This deserves a criminal punishment. The people of this country have been scammed. Not just us, the people of this country have been cheated.
More details of this particular story can be found on our website www.newsfirst.lk. Moving on, Chairman of the Sri Lanka Ports Authority, retired Major General Daya Ratnayake said agreements regarding the West Container Terminal will be signed following cabinet approval. The chairman expressed the following views during a ceremony to place the foundation stone of the proposed stupa at the Metsuri Savana Monastery in Bahabulan Kulama of Anuradhapura. We have been instructed to work with the Indian company. Accordingly, we have discussed with them and most of the technicalities with regard to it have been completed. Moving forward, we have to get the approval from the Attorney General with regard to it. Meanwhile, we are also submitting our recommendations to the government with regard to this. During these days, we are expecting approval from the government and we will then sign international agreements and proceed to commence work. The cabinet has outlined that 85% of the terminal will be open for the investors' team and 15% will be under the control of the Sri Lanka Ports Authority.
කාලේ වගේද මේ වැඩ කටයුතු දැන් ඔබතුමා කියනවා මේක ආරම්භ කිරීමට බලාපොරොත්තු වෙන කොයි කාලේ වගේද
මේ අවුරුද්ද මැද වෙනකොට
We have to commence the project towards the middle of the year because this project has been delayed for 5 to 6 years. We expect it to take around 3 years for the project to be completed.
අපි බලාපොරොත්තු.
One person died following a wild elephant attack at the Nidahas Mawatha in Kalladi in Putlam earlier this morning. Following the incident, area residents blocked the Putlam-Kurunagala main road and engaged in a protest. Many villagers in the Putlam Divisional Secretariat face the threat of wild elephants over the past 30 years. The villagers allege wild elephants from the Thabova Reserve encroached their villages. The individual who died from the elephant attack was a 52-year-old father of 2. More than 500 people engaged in a protest following the incident.
අපිටත් දුකයි. සියලුම දෙනා මේ දුක් විඳිනකොට අපිටත් දුකයි. ඒ නිසා අපි හදන්නේ අපේ ජීවිත රැකගන්න. මේ ප්‍රදේශීය ජනතාව
One of the biggest problems the people in this area, from children going to school to people going to work, face is the wild elephant problem. The government is paying millions for projects around the country. Why can't they create a safe space for helpless people like us to live in peace?
දෙන්න ඕන බලධාරී.
State Minister of Foreign Employment Promotion and Market Diversification Priyanka Rajaratne arrived at the location where the protest was staged. The protest was called off following a promise made to conduct an operation to chase away the wild elephants. Meanwhile, another wild elephant attack claimed the life of an individual in Lunuatulava in Kapathigullava, Anuradhapura. The victim had faced this tragic incident while he was protecting his crops. The victim was a 61-year-old male.
Due to the increasing threat of elephants and maintaining the elephant population, the protest staged by farmers of Valsapugala requesting the Elephant Management Reserve to be gazetted continued for its 55th day today. The Satyagraha campaign was initiated by the Walava Left Bank United Farmers Association and 86 farmers associations.
15 lighthouses have been destroyed following a fire that has erupted in Ragalavatta in Nuvarelia.
The police said that the fire that erupted this morning has been doused completely. No one was injured as a result of the fire. According to our correspondent, police and army took measures to douse the fire.
It was emphasized during the Mawatha program telecast on Sirasa TV yesterday that there is a need for a program that gives priority to the environment that contributes to the country's economy.
දැන් දේශීය ආර්ථිකයට වැඩිම විදේශ විනිමය ගේන්නේ පිටරට ගිහිල්ලා වැඩ කරන අය.
Now see, the people who bring foreign exchange flows into the economy are those who work abroad. But what is the government's policy today? Their policy is that those individuals cannot come back to Sri Lanka. There is no systematic program in place for them. If a country does not put its own citizens first, there is no use of that country. When you go to an airport in a foreign country, the country's own citizens are lined up and can walk in without any issue. Honestly, the public must be informed of problems and they must also be given solutions, and the benefits from the problems must also be told to them. If you tell the people this, they'll understand. But today the people are shown a different picture. There are professionals and intellectuals. Aren't there good divisional secretariat officers in the country? If the head of the divisional secretariat is good, the employees of the secretariat office work well. Aren't there good police stations in the country? In the institution that I managed, the employees worked really well. They were efficient. We have to give them proper leadership. These problems happen due to lack of leadership. Now we have to have a tight grip, manage expenses, reduce consumption. But with proper management, we don't need to do any of these.
සීමා කරන්න ඕනේ, consumption අඩු කරන්න ඕනේ, consumption අඩු කරන්න ඕනේ නැහැ. පටිතත කරගන්න ඕනෙත් නැහැ. අවශ්‍ය නිවැරදි කළමනාකරණයක්.
Foundation stone was laid to construct a guest house for the devotees who arrive at the national shrine of Our Lady of Madhu.
The event was organized by the Ministry of Tourism. A 144 apartment housing complex is due to be constructed with a 300 million rupees grant from the Indian government. The event was attended by Right Reverend Dr. Emmanuel Fernando, Indian High Commissioner Sri Gopal Bagle and Minister of Tourism Prasanna Ranatunga.
The development activities of the Giribava Mahavidyalaya commenced today, following a request from the area residents during the Gama Samaga Pilisandarak event.
The Gama Samaga Pilisandara event was held on the 6th of March in Veragala in Giribava, Kurunagala. During the event, the President was briefed on the lack of facilities at the Giribava Mahavidyalaya. The school development activities commenced today with the involvement of the Sri Lanka Army.
From that, we bring to a close this edition of Lunchtime News on TV1. For details of the stories and much more, simply log on to our website www.newsfirst.lk. For the News First team, I'm Martin Satyanesan along with producer Senika Sena Naika. You have yourself a wonderful day.